What up, everybody? We are doing the Vlog5, 4, something like that. I don't even know. Few things we're gonna talk about today that I got as whatever's from people that watched, but I got my little handy dandy post-it note with everything written down. But yeah, we'll start with a G update. I haven't posted a video on it since I put the tires on it, but it's got 8,330 miles on it now, so I'm driving it to Duluth, Minnesota next weekend, and the weekend after that I'm going to South Dakota, and then back to Minneapolis, and then back to Fargo, so miles are going to go up. It's still getting shitty gas mileage. When I drove it back from Minneapolis, I was getting like 24, doing like 76. I was like, this is pretty shitty. Right now I've gone about 108 miles on a little over, well, actually a little under half a tank. So if you can get what I mean, it's a 20-gallon tank, and it usually takes about 17 gallons when I fill up, so it gets a little costly to run this vehicle, but whatever. The other cars, I made an update on the 5 Series. That's doing well. The X5's got like 19,000 miles on it. The Subarus are Subarus. We're going to talk about Subaru. Oh, excuse me, later on in the video. But I guess here's one of the first suggestions that I got. I'm kind of wheeling all over the place here. I don't have my feet on the ground, so I'm cruising. But wanted me to talk about Buicks. What do I think about Buick? Well, I am probably one of the few people on YouTube, or one of the few people under 23 in general, that like Buicks. A few of them, they wanted me to talk about the Enclave, the Regal. I don't want to be mean to the Enclave because Dave just got one. He loves it. But I am, as a whole, not entirely a fan of the Lambada platform that the Enclave sits on. I think it's kind of like driving a jelly bean. I think if I had to get one of them, it would be the Buick. I think the new Enclave looks really good. I think they sculpted it so it looks more almost athletic. I thought the older ones before the refresh looked a little pudgy, I suppose. They kind of look like just a jelly bean with that big stupid air dam thing that they put on every single GM car and truck. I don't know. It's gotta be aerodynamic. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. It looks stupid and it gets ripped off if you drive it in snow or anything. So I'm not a big fan of that. I thought the interior was a mishmash of GM parts bin. The new one looks a lot better. They're part spinning, but at least they're part spinning with good parts, so that kind of works. The Regal, fucking love it. Oh my god, I love the Regal so much. I want one. I want a turbo with the 6-speed manual, loaded up all bougie like. Oofed. Yeah, I would definitely be down with that car, one of the German-built ones. The new Regal looks good. I like it. But I like the old, really European Regals. I think they're sexy. I think they definitely did a lot with the lacrosse. Same thing that they did with the Enclave. They made it look a little bit more athletic, a little less like, I'm a Buick, kind of thing. Because I was literally, I drove through the Toyota lot yesterday, and they had a 2010-ish lacrosse sitting next to a 2010 Altima. And just sitting next to it, it's like, I'm a Buick kind of thing. The Altima's like down here, and the fucking Buick's like up here, and it's like the Altima's got like more space inside, but the Buick is like fucking 5 inches taller. It's wider. It's got big bulging hips, and they just look so fat. I don't know. It looks like an American car that's just like, I'm from America, I'm fat kind of thing. I like the newer Buicks because they slimmed them down. They look like they're on a diet kind of thing, going on Herbalife on the fucking Buicks kind of thing. Except for the Regal. The Regals always look sexy to me. And I like the little Verano too. I drove the, I'm going to twirl my pen for you people that like that. And I'm talking really fast now. But I like the little Verano. I think it's a great driving car because I like the Cruze. I think that's a good driving car. But the Verano Turbo, That is the ticket right there. That thing's like stupid though. I drove it on a rainy day and you like hit the gas and it's like whoop 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 whoop, kind of like spinning everywhere. I was like, that was sweet. If that was a good dry day, it would be fun. It'd probably still smoke the tires, but you know, I think they need to make a Cruise SS, a little Chevy Cruise SS. Put the same kind of tuning, brakes in, and everything from the Cobalt, because that was a good driving car too. It was a piece of shit car, but it drove great. It was fast around the track, very fast. But if they did that kind of tuning in the Cruise, that would be a sweet car. They could make a sporty Verano too with the same shit in it. I'd be down with that. I would really be down with that. What other car? Cadillac. Oh my god. I love Cadillacs. The Q system. I use it, and you know, I'm not a big fan of the Q. I like buttons. I'm a button guy. But the Cadillacs are so fucking pretty. I want a little CTS, well, not little anymore. It's big and bougie and beautiful and drives awesome, and it's light and it's athletic, and I'm just like, and then you go look at Chevy Malibus, and they're like, how the fuck did you fuck this car up so much? The Malibu's like a fucking whale, like the old Buicks were. But the new Cadillacs, oh, the ATS, I just love that little car, and the CTS, and eventually, when they make their big rear-wheel drive XTS, yes. I like the fact that the XTS came out. It's a good car, but they're going to make it really good. I know it. A new Escalade, oh my god. How can you make a big box look sweet? But they did it. And it looks less gaudy now, because it's not like cheap fucking plated chrome shit everywhere. But the, you know, the big taillights, you know, everybody's like, oh my god, that's ugly. I think it's cool because it's different. It's like signature Cadillac. It's, you know, they're being adventurous, and that's why I love it. I just love the new Escalade. It's sweet looking. The SRX I think is a piece of shit because it looks fat and bloated like everything else GM makes. Well, how the older GMs, like the fucking Equinox, ick. But I think they'll make the SRX good with time. Supposedly they're making a smaller Escalade built on the Lombardo platform. I don't know. That's what I heard. But I love the new Cadillacs. They're pretty, and I want one. The next subject, Subaru. I think Subaru's gone off the deep end. The only Subaru I would actually buy, well, two of them, would be the BRZ. I think that's a fantastic little car. They're so much fun to drive. Great car. And then the Outback. That's the only ones. I hate the Forester. My sister's Forester. It's loud, it's noisy, it's got a shitty transmission. So what do they do on the new one? They put a dinky little radio that looks aftermarket, and they gave it a CVT, which sucks too. I know it won SUV of the year, but I don't like the new Forester. I think it drives like a fucking pillow. It's got a whiny, annoying transmission. It's still noisy inside. It feels the exact same. I don't like it. The Impreza, they've ruined. That looks like a fucking Corolla now. It's so disgusting. I love old Subarus. Like, they weren't as efficient, but they looked unique. They were solid. They felt well, you know. And they, you know, they were just good to drive. The new ones look so vanilla. Ick. They're like Toyota. But the old Subarus, I love those. I want like a 2005 Outback LL Bean with the leather and the big sunroof and everything. I would totally drive that as an everyday car to like 3 million miles. Because they would do it, you know? I'm down with that. But the new Subarus, they look so bleh. And they're going to offer the WRX with a CVT now. Oh, pfft, shoot me in the head. Why is Subaru doing this? Their cars suck. Except for the Outback and the BRZ. The other cars suck, though. The Legacy, ew, it looks like a dome. It's like, and then it's like, I'm a Subaru Legacy. And it's like, no, I'm definitely not down with that. So I don't like new Subarus, except for the Outback and BRZ, which I said. The other thing, Volvo. I fucking love Volvos. They're so cool. It's the same reason I like Cadillac. They got their own style. It's unique. It's their brand. It feels like their own brand. They're not trying to be everything else, like the Lexus and fucking Infinity. And I'm just like totally down with the new Volvos. They look great. They're very modern. They're contemporary. They're built solid. They drive great. I'm totally down with Volvos. I want an XC70 cross country really bad, and I'm gonna put a trailer hitch on it. I want to tow like boats with it. It's gonna be sweet. And I want the little flip up seats in the back if I can still get those. I'm totally down with that. Old cars. I know Matt, he just bought a old ass ugly Honda Accord, and I'm like, more power to you. Sure, old cars, I don't know. I just flicked you guys all off, but I would never buy an old car. I wanted to buy a beater for the longest time when I had the rear wheel drive G's, and my dad said no, because he doesn't want any pieces of shit sitting in the driveway leaking oil and fucking costing a shit ton of money when they break. I don't want to fix this shit because I'm lazy. So, no old cars for me. I know they're cheap, but at some point, a car payment is cheaper than fixing shit all the time. I'm sorry, it is. Why would you dump thousands of dollars into a car that's worth $600 just to keep it running? Just go get a new car. You can get one for like $150 a month. My friend just bought an 03 G35. He paid like $9 grand for it. It's got 100,000 miles on it. It drives great. His payment's $160 a month. Like, seriously, that's very affordable. He did not put any money down either. He put his $1,000 G20 down. $160 a month. Nice car. Looks good. Doesn't look like some old rust bucket. I'm totally down with that. Old cars that leak oil, they cost $1,500. No. I mean, maybe if I had a really nice car and I was just looking for a cheap beater, but even at that point, I'd just go get a little Honda Civic or something for 10 grand and just do a cheap payment on it. You don't have to pay cash for everything. My new goal, though, is to pay shit off, but I'm not going to resort to buying really cheap, dirt cheap cars. I'd rather have something reliable that I don't feel like it's going to break on me all the time. Future car plans for me. I don't really know what I'll replace the G with. As of now, I have... check my little things. I have 17 months remaining on the lease. I'm 205 days in, and I have 525 days to go. So I have my little nifty lease trader app. So I don't know what I'll get. I graduate in May, and I have a few different things I'm doing with my life, so it'll really just depend on where I'm at. I might need a pickup truck. At that point, I'm going to buy a GMC Sierra All-Terrain 2014 because I think they're fucking beautiful. And I love the way they drive, and they get better gas mileage than my G does. So, I mean, I might do that. Ideally, I would like to get like a 328. Not the new one, an older one, E90, like 2011. 6-speed manual rear-wheel drive. I would like that, ideally. Or maybe an A4. I'm going German. But within the next 5 years, I'm buying a 911. It will be an old one, like an 02. But I want a 911. That's my car. Convertible, rear-wheel drive, 6-speed manual. Keep it simple. Keep it well-maintained. Have that as my summer fun car. That's what I want. I love our X5. I think if I need like a mix of a car, I'd probably get one of those. So they drive like a car. They're not, like, they look nice. Like I could like take it to dinner kind of thing. Yeah, I mean it tows. It'll haul everybody. They get moderately good gas mileage, about the same as my G, but I can do a lot more with it. If I got a diesel, it would get great gas mileage. So I don't know. I mean, it's all up in the air. I don't really have any definite plans what I'll replace the G with. It'll just depend on where I'm at in my life and what I'm planning on doing. I think I'm going to get my real estate license next year, so we'll see where that goes. I think I'm going to join my friend's mom's real estate company. Then I also have a new business venture going, which is what I might need the truck for. So we'll see with time and what it has to bring you, and well, me anyways, but I'm going to pull a Medium Art, keep pushing play, you know, that's probably trademarked, I'm going to get sued. But yeah, subscribe, whatever. I keep saying this, I'll try to do more, but you never know with me. They kind of just spontaneously pop up whenever I'm in the mood. So, but all right, peeps, we'll see you around.